Hello and welcome to my video. In today's video we're going to be doing a new release video. I like to do these every couple of months when some of my favourite releases are coming out, and this month has definitely been some of my favourite releases. Some books I've loved and some books that I have not enjoyed at all, but in today's video we're going to be going through them. I have read 5 books, 5 brand new releases for you guys over the past month, so these are my full thoughts and feelings on every single one of them, whether or not I would recommend them to you or whether or not I wouldn't recommend you to read them. So if you do enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment down below if you enjoy seeing these videos, and don't forget to subscribe, because if you subscribe it means that you get to see all my other videos. And also don't forget to follow my other social medias who have content on the daily on these social medias as well if you enjoy the videos. So let's get straight on into this new reading vlog. I freaking love Simone. Like, look, she's a serial killer who reads romance books. What more do we need in life? So I'm reading Leather and Lark at the moment, obviously a brand new release. And Butcher and Blackbird, I literally could not put that book down. I was devouring that book. Like, that book was everything. This one, I'm literally like been editing instead of reading, which hardly ever happens. I've been watching YouTube instead of reading. Like, when I read it, I'm like devouring it, but the moment I put it down, I don't want to pick it back up again. It's not like, it's interesting me enough whilst I'm reading it to be like, this is good, like, we're gonna see where this goes. I'm like 45% into the book. When I put it down and I'm ready to pick it back up again, I'm like, oh, I could be doing this instead. Oh, I could be doing that instead. Like, that's not how you should be with a book, you know, that you should be loving. So I don't think this is going to be as good as Butcher and Blackbird, but the other 50% could change my mind completely. That has happened before. And as well, another book that I'm reading, well, I'm listening to an audiobook, which is a new release, is Crossroads by Devney. I'm travelling down to Milton Keynes. Oh my god, the light in my glasses. That's what happens when you have to have blue light. I'm travelling down to Milton Keynes literally tomorrow for the Silverstone. The Silverstone vlog will be coming. I'm going to be listening to it then. I've got like 3 hours left of it. So that's when I'll be listening to it. I'm going to be listening to it all the way down. So I'll give you my full thoughts once I get down to my friend's house who I'm staying with. But I've started it and it's so good. I have it on my Kindle as well, so I was like, oh, if I finish Leather and Lark, because me thinking I'm going to finish this in like 2 days, and I haven't, then I can read it on my Kindle whilst listening to it, or I can save for the journey, because the journey's literally tomorrow and I'm still halfway through Leather and Lark. But I'm hopefully going to finish Leather and Lark tonight. I'm hopefully just going to sit and just read it, so I've finished a book before I go down, because I really don't like being in the middle of a book whilst I'm doing like something like Silverstone weekend or going away. But you know, that might have to happen, who knows. But it's gonna be a long drive, so I think once I get down there, I'm literally gonna be like, please no one speak to me for like an hour, I just want to read my book and be in peace. So that might actually happen, but I'm really excited, like really excited. I'm praying in the car. It's probably gonna be the wrong angle. This book has broken me. This book has officially broken me. Devney, whatever you do, you have broken me into pieces. Right, I'm gonna go now because I need to drive. Oh my god, I'm literally crying. No. If you read Cross the Road, no, I'm done. I thought I'd come on here and give you my thoughts on the 2 books that I have actually finished the most recent reads of, so I thought that'd be a fun time. So I finished Leather and Lark. This has taken me a week and a half to read. Yes, a week and a half. Severely lacking. Severely lacking. So bad. No character development, nothing about Lark's past, which I was really excited to read. I just wanted Lark's past and I got none of it, and that disappointed me to anything, because I just wanted to learn like why Lark was the way she is and why she was a killer and why this happened in the past in the school, and I got none of that, and I was like, so annoyed because I was so excited because you learn about it in Butcher and Blackbird, and I was like, why are we not getting this? Why are we not getting this information that I am needing in my life? No, that was disappointing. Like the main character, I can't pronounce his name. I'm really sorry. I can't pronounce his name. I've been calling him L in my head. I liked the concept because he's a contract killer. Great. Lark's a serial killer, but we have no context of why she's a serial killer other than, well, Simone killed for me, so I've got to kill for her, now I'm protect her. And I'm like, love, why do you got to kill? Why? You don't need to. There is no logic to yours. At least for Simone's, like, there was logic, and it was two serial killers falling in love, and this was two killers and falling in love because she refused to call herself a serial killer. Like, girl, no. It was the same concept of the two people wrapped up again, given to us in, it's a marriage of convenience. They hate each other. They fall in love concept all over again. And I was not vibing with this. This was a 3.5 stars. I was like, why? Why do I need to read this? Like, I was not engaging with it. I was not bothered by it. I know I had Silverstone, which is why it took me a little bit longer to read, and I was expecting that. I was expecting to finish this before Silverstone because I started this on the 30th of June and I've just finished it yesterday, and it was the 10th of July. And I was thinking, oh, I'm going to be finishing this pretty soon, like I'm going to finish it before Silverstone. Didn't read really over Silverstone. Whatever, got back, didn't want to read it. I just didn't want to read. 3.5 stars. I liked the concept, not as good as Butcher and Blackbird. I liked the fact that there was a family instinct. I just was lacking backstory. Backstory is all I wanted. Just give me some backstory and I would have been a happy bunny. But no backstory. All of this with no context in it. So that really annoyed me. That's why I got a 3.5 stars, because I was expectations weren't met. The other book that I actually finished this on the way down to Silverstone because it was about a 3-hour journey. This book, when I had it in double speed, because that's how I listen to audiobooks, was 3 hours, and that is The Crossroads by Devney Perry. Loved this book. This, I think I give it like a 4 star or a 4.5. I loved it. Cowboy, rancher, second chance, childhood lovers. Like, you get the flick back and forth, and like the way she was doing stuff and you're like, why are you doing this? And there is a clip in here, and I know there is, and I'm going to put it in before this clip, and it's where I was on the M1, and I had my phone there and I had to put it on camera and just talk, because I was squealing on the M1 at some point. I was crying at others. This was an emotional roller coaster. I've never cried at a Devney Perry book like this. I was on the M1 crying at a scene. I'm still tearing up about it now. And it's the fact, I can't tell you because it's not spoilers, but like, I was just an emotional wreck on the M1 getting down to my friends. I was like, I can't do this. Cannot do this. It's an emotional roller coaster. If you love a small town, if you love like Devney Perry books, you need to read this book because it's so good. As well, if you have it on Kindle and you've got Audible, you can get it on your Kindle and Audible, which is what I did. I was like, I'm just gonna have it on my Kindle, and then when I do the audio and I want to listen to the audiobook, I'll just have it on Audible, and it's easy. Because I knew I wanted to listen to it on the way down, instead of reading it, because I wanted like something comforting and that an author that I love and know on the way down, because it's my first time doing like a full-blown long journey. The way back up, I was freaking listening to music, so you know, I was chill by that point. But yeah, it was so good. It was so good, and I was like, I freaking love this. This is so good. But yeah, it was an emotional roller coaster, especially while you're driving on the M1. You've never been on a motorway before, and you're having the squealing, you're having the laughing, you've got the crying. It was an emotional state. I absolutely devoured this book, and I absolutely loved it. Like, I would highly recommend to listen to it in audiobook form as well, because you get 2 points of view. You get Wes's voice, and you also get her voice, and it's just brilliant, and I loved it. And yeah, it flicks back and forth though. I don't really like books that flick back and forth, and I was getting a bit annoyed with the flicking, but it worked for the book. But I still don't like it, you know? But yeah, Crossroads by Devney Perry. Freaking loved it. so much. The next book that we're going to be reading is an arc that I've received. I actually need to read it by the 18th of July, and I need to let them know if I can't. I'm going to try. I've got 8 days to read it, so we can try our hardest to do that. But that is Chasing Home by Hannah Cowan. I got a freaking arc for it. I'm so excited. It's the 3rd one in the series, and I'm beyond excited. I freaking love Hannah Cowan. One of Hannah Cowan's books is actually my TBR, but when I got the arc for it, I knew I had to add it into this new release video because we've had a Hannah Cowan book in the last new release video. So I was like, I'm going to add it in to this one because I read Strung Along in that one and I fell in love with Hannah Cowan via that book. So I thought, seeing as I have an arc, it's only fair that I add it into this video. So we're going to be reading this. I've not started it. I was finished Leather and Light yesterday, but then I wasn't very well and I've not been very well recently. I'm going to just like chill. I've got some errands to run today before Busted. Yes, I know I'm a hectic girl. I've got Busted. And I need to be with my friends for 3, so I need to get myself ready and stuff. And then I've got Busted at 3. I'm so excited, like so excited. So, Aurora is 30 and Johnny's 22. Johnny's my age, 22. Oh my days, I didn't know this was coming. I didn't think, I don't think I've ever read an age gap where it's been the woman is older than the boy. But when you're reading it, you don't think that Johnny is like 22. He doesn't act like that. This is the cutest thing ever. This is a very, very cute book. So adorable. Yes, I'm standing in the exact same place that I was doing this intro because did I forget to give you my full thoughts and opinions on Chasing Home? Abso-freaking-lutely I did. Am I doing it now? Yes, I am. So Chasing Home, I really enjoyed. I believe I gave it about a 4-star. It wasn't my favourite in the series, but I did really enjoy it. I enjoyed the concept. I enjoyed the vibe. It just wasn't everything like Brody and Anna are. But I enjoyed it. And if you do like a cowboy romance, you will definitely enjoy this book. I like all of Hannah Cowan books. They're all really good. Now, can I remember the preface? No. This is my issue. Unless I absolutely adore a book, I will forget half of it. That's what you do when you've got fibro fog and you forget most of your daily life. That's me. I am she. But what I do remember is the vibe and the feeling. I go off a lot of books with the vibe and the feeling rather than literacy concept of it. So when I was reading it, I was giggling, I was squealing, I was really, really enjoying this book. It did take me a while to read, and I can't remember if that is due to work or not. Most likely because my work has gone from 1 day a week to 4 full days a week, and my body's like, what's going on? And I've not been the most well this month. This month's been quite a big, like, with my health, so that's fun. But yeah, I did really enjoy it, and I'm really happy I actually got an arc for it because, yeah, and also there is scenes I was reading and I was squealing and I was like, oh my god, and I had to share them, so I share them onto my TikTok always, like I do. But this man, 30-year-old and a 22-year-old, beautiful. And the fact like she was trying to find out who she is and how he found, and the found family in this series, the found family is just absolutely everything to me, and they are just absolutely brilliant. Like, who needs more from a found family than you do from this one? Like, if you like the Chestnut Spring series, this series, or if you like any Elsie Silver book, as you tell by my little collection, you will definitely enjoy these books. Like, are these as good as the Chestnut Spring series? No, but if you want a similar vibe because you're missing that feeling, this is the series to read. And as well, you could also read her other series, which I do prefer her Vancouver series to her Small Town series, but if you want that found family vibe, both them two series are amazing series to read by her. I will always enjoy Hannah Cowan books. I know when I start a Hannah Cowan book, I'm going to love it and I'm going to enjoy it, whatever it is. So I love that for me. Like, it's like a Devney Perry book. She's a similar vibe. So definitely would recommend. I would probably read her Vancouver series first and then read this one, just because there's a bit of overlapping apparently. I've not done that. I read this series and the Vancouver series like intermittent, and it still works, but it's up to you what you would like to do. But I would definitely recommend. And yeah, that was my full thoughts and feelings on this. But yeah, I believe I gave it about a 4-star, 4.5. I believe, but you know, if you have read this book, do let me know what you have thought of it. And yeah, anyway, I'll go back to past Tanwen. So the next book that we're going to be reading on my Kindle is Play Along by Liz Tomforde. It's actually come out on my Kindle way before the paperback's coming out. The paperback's coming out August 1st. It's been moved from July 1st to August 1st, but it's still come out on the Kindle first. So I remember reading it on my Kindle. I've been waiting for ages to read it, but I had to finish a library book before I could start it because I have a few library books at home I need to read. So got the Kindle. Also, if you like this case, doing a little bit of a plug. If you like this case, it's by Snug as a Book on Instagram, on Etsy. They've got their own website. I did a whole video where I did all bookish things. I talked about loads of small businesses in there. This is one of them. I freaking love it as well. I got coffee stains all over this because my coffee went everywhere. Insert video. And I put pink stuff on it, put it on a hand wash in the washing machine, came out brand new. They're washable. So if you're ever scared about getting stuff on them like I am, they're actually washable. I did message her going, can I put it in the washing machine or should I hand wash? And she said hand wash. But I put it on hand wash in the washing machine and it was fine. So yeah, that's what my plan is. And me reading, play along. I've got a big drive back today, but when I'm not driving and I get home, that's my plan. I'm just literally gonna sit and replay along and I'm so freaking happy. What have I just read in chapter 3 of Play Along? I am sorry. Oh my god. So they're in Vegas. His first chapter starts off in Vegas. Kenny's there. Now Isaiah's, I think that's how you say his name, has been literally went in the prologue 3 years previously. That's my future wife. At which point I was like, oh my god. Then we're into chapter 3. She's in Vegas for her stepsister's bachelorette, or like Hindu. Hindu's what we call it in the UK. In America, you call it a bachelorette. Bachelorette. I can't freaking say the word. Anywho, and Isaiah's convinced her to have a drink. He's bought her new shoes so that she can put on a warm jacket so that she's warm, which is the cutest shit ever. She's drunk. She doesn't want to be at this bachelorette party, and he asks why. And this is the quote. This is the quote where I'm like, oh my god. She's marrying my ex-fiance, and I'm fairly certain the only reason she wanted me here this weekend is to rub it in my face. I need to know more. Liz Tomforde, and the Windy City series. Chef's Kiss, beautiful. I love this series. It's one of my favourite sports romance series. It's always going to be 5-star series for me. Is this book going to be 5 stars? Who knows? We're going to find out. But oh my god. What's happening? I'm making a brew. And I've just read Isaiah. I have a feeling there's going to be a new book boyfriend. Oh my god. Liz Tomforde can write men that everyone can enjoy. Whew. All I'm going to say is, if this book isn't a 5-star or nearly a 5-star, I'm going to be in shock. Oh my god. I'm like 12% in. And I've not really been feeling like books that I'm like cannot stop reading. Like I read Abby Jimenez and I was like, this is a really easy read. I'm just going to keep reading. But this I'm like, I need to know. I'm so glad I didn't wait until I got the paperback. I'm so glad. I'm so excited for this book. Like beyond excited. I need this book physically in my hands to put on the shelf. But I'm so happy I have it on my Kindle. If you've not read this series, please go read the series. I know the first book isn't everyone's cup of tea. I freaking loved it, but it's not everyone's cup of tea. Go on to the next one because Ryan Shea, mwah. But yeah, I'm not going to carry on reading because I'm freaking in love with this book. So much in love. I'm currently unwell and having a big flare up. But you know what I've got? I've got my clicker, I've got my Kindle, it's on a stand. So I'm just gonna just sit here like this, just clicking, literally just clicking away. And that's what I'm gonna do because that's all I can do right now and that's all I want to do. I'm in chapter 15 and I freaking love it. We're about 37% in. I'm hoping to get to the 50% mark today so we can keep everything crossed. Please ignore the state of me and the mess in my room. Your girl's going through a flare-up, but I've just finished Play Along by Tomforde and I wanted to give you my honest opinions at this moment in time. This book is a 5-star read. I freaking loved it, and now I don't know if I'm giving it a 5-star because I've literally majoritarily read it today. I've read basically 6% of this book today and I needed something comfortable and something that was a comfort read, and Tomforde has turned into a comfort author for me. So I don't know if that's why I'm giving it such a high rating, because with being ill I just wanted something comforting. Don't know if that's why, but I freaking loved it. It was an accidental marriage when they were drunk in Vegas and he fell in love with her like 3 years prior and said that's my future wife. Now he's colourblind, so there's that representation in it. There's anxiety representation of Isaiah with his mother, as you probably saw with me reading that book in the prior clips. You could tell that I was loving it from the very beginning. I loved it all the way through. Like, this book is something else. So it was a 5-star read. I loved the fact that you got to see like how difficult it was for Kennedy, and the fact like with her family and then with her name, and the fact that the guy she thought was going to give her the job didn't give her the job, and then she had to work as this person because of her being a woman in such a male dominated sport, and just how they got through life. I love seeing the other characters because I freaking loved the other book, so I loved being able to see them and the cameos of them and like their life from their books and how it's developed. I just loved this book. I can see why some people wouldn't like it, because I guess unless you're like invested in these characters like I am, other people are, you might not like it because it was quite slow and it was quite repetitive. Did it need to be the almost 500 pages it was? No, it could have been a 300-page book and it still would have made sense. There was a lot that didn't need to happen in it, and I agree with that. But for me, I will happily read that 500 pages because I got to see all my favourite characters. I got to see just them adapting and learning about life, and I just freaking loved it. I'll probably speak a lot more once I finish the video. I just thought I'd give you my initial thoughts as soon as I finish reading the book. I'm quite a lot in pain, so I'm going to stop because it's hard to talk. But I wanted to let you know my next book because I was going to do 3 and I've decided I really want to read this book, and it's been on my brain all day. So I was like, I want to read this. I'm like, it was going to be part of the video. I had a good couple of books like I did for this video. One of them is not going to be in it, but I thought I want to read it, so I'm going to read it with this one that was originally going to be thought was going to be in it, and I bought it for this video, and that's Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. Now, I've not really enjoyed any Ali Hazelwood's books apart from Bride, but I enjoyed Bride so much I thought I would give her recent read, like her recent book, another go with this series. This is one of the women in STEM ones. I remember enjoying like The Love Hypothesis and Love on the Brain, but not loving them. I have a feeling this might be the same kind of vibe as them, but because I love Bride so much, I wanted to give her another go with her more recent. And I also freaking love this cover. Like, you can't not admit her covers are beautiful. But when I picked it up for a £5, so I was like, I'll just give it a go. If I don't enjoy it, then I don't enjoy it. It's whatever. It didn't cost me that much money, so yeah, I picked it up. This one is a bit more on the spicy side from what I know. I know it's Forced Proximity, Forbidden Love, and Grumpy Sunshine. That's all I kind of really know. Ali Hazelwood's going into sports romance as well, which I'm very excited for because, as you know, I'm a sports romance girly. But yeah, because I like the similar rule that Destiny has. If you ever watch Destiny, where read 3 books by the author, it's like 3 strikes and you're out. First 2, they were okay. Then I read Brynne and I was like, oh, I really like this. But that was like a paranormal one. But then this is back to the other one, so I just thought I'd give it a go. Let's get started. I don't actually know how long this book is. 379 chapters, so almost a 400-page book. So it's about a regular size for a romance. But anyway, let's get started because I need to chill. I've only got this much of the book left. Not a lot at all. Only this smidge. That much. Do I enjoy this book? No. Am I skim reading this book? Absolutely I am. I'm not. I have no clue what's going on. I've no clue from the beginning of the book what was going on. I definitely don't have a clue what's going on. Is this going to be like a 2.5 star? Yes. Yes, it is. I've decided I don't like Ali Hazelwood's STEM books. I like her paranormal books, but not this. This, not for me. Am I going to power through it because of this video? Yes. I'm already this far, I ain't going to DNF it now. However, if I was to DNF it, I would still count this as I've read it. I'm very tempted to DNF, but we're going to power through and we're going to finish it because we've not got much left. But no, this is not for me. I already know the rating of this. I don't think anything's going to save it because why? For one, it's his POV in third person but hers in first. That doesn't make sense. Two, you have no explanation of why their team have come in. Unless it's going to get told right in the end, but you have no explanation of why they've actually come in other than alone. But why them, what's going on and all that jazz. And two and three, I don't like the manager. I don't like Florence. She's dodgy. She's really dodgy. Hello. I have decided that I'm not going to finish this book. I can't bring myself around finishing it. I'm not enjoying it. I am over 247 pages into this book and I can't bring myself to finishing it. Like, that's how much I've got left. I can't do it. I'm not invested. I don't care. This book, even if I did finish it, it's going to be a 2.5 star. So I don't see the point in finishing it. I'm going to put it down that I actually read it due to the fact of I'm over halfway. And I think if I'm over like 70-80% into a book, it's a finish. Even if I don't actually finish the book. So I'm putting it down as a finish. But I did not enjoy this book. I would not recommend this book. Unless you like Ali Hazelwood's other STEM books, you may enjoy it. But even then, I think the other ones have more concept than this one. Like, it's... I don't even know why it's being published. Like, that's how bad it is. This book is atrocious. No, absolutely not. I cannot stand it. I've realised the only Ali Hazelwood books I like are the paranormal ones, and they're the ones I'm going to stick to because this was not it. This was not it, Chief. I will not be buying any more by her if it's in this range. It just... The whole concept is boring. You get no context. You get no plot. What's happening, you're like, fair enough. But that's all that's happening. Like, all you're getting is them two met on a dating website for a specific reason. That specific reason they then avoid once they find out who he is and who she is. But then he's begging her, being like, oh, I really want you, I really want you, I really want you. They end up doing it. And that was about half the book. Was just them with a few little bits in between. I don't see the point. There is no point. I'm not finishing it. I'm not doing it to myself. There is no point. I'm going to read a different book because this is not it. This is useless, pointless. No, thank you. No, not happening. Not at all. And that is the end. So I'm going to end this video here. I really hope that you did enjoy it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you want to see more videos like this. What videos would you like to see? Please do let me know. And I'll see you guys next time in my next video, which will be 4 PM on a Sunday. I know I was supposed to do 2 videos a week in the month of July, but work decided to give me back my full hours, so it's been really difficult to try. My phone just went, no, we're gonna have full battery, we're gonna have full storage, so I'm gonna put this as a sign. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I see you guys next time in my next video.